Am I the a-hole for siding with my 28M sister-in-law, 34F, over my wife, 26F? My wife is a beautiful, hard-working woman who has a high education and a solid career. We were college sweethearts and have been married 2 years. We own a house together. We both have master's degrees and careers that we worked hard for. We're currently trying for a baby as we're ready to take the next step in our lives. From what I gathered from my in-laws, my wife's older sister is her half-sibling. They have the same father but grew up in different households. After their father's infidelity in his first marriage with my sister-in-law's mom, her parents divorced, then my father-in-law remarried and had my wife with his new wife. I heard my sister-in-law grew up in poverty with her mother in a run-down area and saw my father-in-law on weekends. My wife's parents, father-in-law and mother-in-law, are very educated and have solid careers as well. My wife grew up in a 2-parent household in the suburbs. Apparently my sister-in-law is also disabled. I'm a very empathetic person and was curious to know what happened, so I gently brought it up to my sister-in-law during an outdoor family get-together. She confirmed it was all true and went into further detail. She had multiple surgeries for medical conditions, was bullied in school, almost died twice, her mother was poor and struggling, etc. Despite her degree, she's been trying to get employed for years and has used temp agencies, but she said employers terminate her as soon as she requests accommodations, so she's been on off government assistance for years. She's also medically sterile. She's apparently also been in therapy for over 10 years. At this point my sister-in-law started tearing up, so I ended the conversation and apologized for asking. Later on at home, when I brought up the conversation to my wife, she immediately goes on to say that her sister has a tendency to play the victim, she needs to be patient, work harder, etc., etc. After getting to know my sister-in-law more, though, I'm even more grateful for what I have. My wedding with my wife was paid for by our family. We have solid careers that we got right out of college, we're in great health, we have a bunch of friends, and we're never bullied in school. When I brought up that I'm so thankful that we're so fortunate, my wife immediately got defensive and goes on about hard work, not to let the past define you, anyone can make it if they try hard enough, etc. I've never seen this side of her before. While I acknowledge we both worked very hard to get where we are, I gently told her we do have our parents and upbringings to thank for that. She snapped at me. She's a licensed counselor, but I honestly thought she would be more empathetic to her own family member who's been through so much. I definitely would. Thankfully my siblings never went through that, but I couldn't even imagine if they did. Am I the a-hole for taking my sister-in-law's side over my wife's?